Welcome back. You're watching Classic Car Revivals.
You got it right this time.
I did. I've been working on that.
First try.
I got this thing cleaned up the best I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's almost brand new.
It'll be fine. The biggest thing when you're putting an engine back together is make sure your mating surfaces are clean. And the head gasket says front on it. You want to put that to the front. Otherwise it blocks your coolant passages in the back. It says front. So if you put it, so it's got this opening. That's so you can get coolant into your head all the way back there. So just make sure you got them correct and the right side up, upside down. I just went to O'Reilly's and I said, get me some head gaskets coming. So these are the Fel Pro. Same part number, but they're different. This one's got more blue on it. So. But I don't care. It'll work. So yeah, we set a head in place and get it torqued down and repeat the process on the other side off camera, so you guys aren't bored with listening to the click, 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 click. Not just the torque wrench, my elbow.
So, right.
Yeah, I'll grab the head. My new head. I took it off that parts engine I got, and it actually turned out to be good, so. That one, the valves ain't gonna come around. And I don't want to spend the money to find out that there is something else wrong with this engine that I don't know about. But there probably isn't. And I noticed down here it said like AH65 written in paint on the inside. Only thing I can think of is that was the guy that assembled the engine.
Well, maybe.
His initials. So I think it was AH. So AH, if you're watching and you assembled this engine in 1965 at the Ford factory in Dearborn, Michigan, shoot me a comment. So yeah, I'll grab the head quick and I'll show you what I did to prep it for putting it on, because since I had the old head drilled out, I had to drill this head out. So I'll show you in a minute. So like I was saying, on the FEs, these top bolts always snap, no matter what you do. You might get lucky and heat it and get it to come out, but what I did, I just snapped them all off, ground them flat, center punched them, and drilled them out so I can run a bolt and nut through them. Simple as that. It's way quicker than heating every single individual one and then trying to get them to come out and chase the threads and put a bolt back in it. So next time you got to do something to it, you snap the bolt off. So unless anti-seize works on them, I've just never tried. So.
How do you know what side it goes on?
It don't matter. They go on either side. But you want to be careful. You don't want to, set it in, scratch your head gasket. You want to make sure you got a bunch of grit on your hands. I need that rag. Some brake clean came out of it. So yeah, just line up your dowels and
Perfect.
yeah, Bob's your uncle. This just looks rusty because of all the brake clean I sprayed on it. What did I do with all the bolts? Oh, I put them in a box. So yeah, I'll get this thing prepped and ready to torque down, and I'll show you the torque sequences I've always used. So this torque specs say 90, well 80 to 90 is kind of a... So with having an extension on here, I went 94. Give a little extra. I don't think that'll hurt it. But I start with the middle one on the bottom. And then the top one. And then I go in a circle.
So 2 clicks?
Well, it clicks. Just clicks automatically twice. And then I'll go over every single one again, just to make sure. Because some heads, there's actually quite a few bolts, so. You don't want to miss one. And there was only one torque sequence. There wasn't, it didn't say 90 and then go up from there, because I know I've done some where they.
No.
Okay.
It just said that if it was a 427 from 63 to 67, it was 100 to 110. So only, that's what they all said.
Oh, more compression.
Right.
That was my elbow that time. That's how I do it. It's never failed me. So yeah, we'll kick that thing back on when ready to set the intake on. So what do you guys call these things? I call them China rails, because that's what I've always heard them called. But don't ever use the gasket. You're just asking for trouble. I also like to put a little extra blob in the inside. Just there's no such thing as too much. And this is the Honda brand. It's high temp. I'm only using this because I got it for free.
Oh.
From your brother.
Oh.
Did a head gasket on his, or valve cover gasket on his Toyota. He bought the Honda stuff.
Makes sense.
About 1/4 of an inch bead is about all you need. If you go too much, it'll end up in your oil pan. And I decided to put the aluminum one on here.
Only because I couldn't carry the other one over here.
Yeah, because I couldn't carry that one over here either. And it's used. It's had some welding work done to it, but I don't think that'll affect it. But I'm going to take a minute and clean this all up and make sure I got good mating surfaces. I just had it on here, and I noticed I didn't have enough silicone in there, so I had to add some. So yeah, just verify you got enough. Watch, all my bolts are going to be too long. No, they shouldn't be, right?
I don't know why they would be.
Are you excited? Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Was missing a back one and I snagged it off that other engine.
Ah,
But yeah, I'll get these tightened up a little bit and I guess look up torque specs and see what we can find. So it turns out my intake bolts are too long. I need your light. You want to make sure you get these push rods in the right spot. How do you turn just this one on?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because you shove these in the wrong spot, it won't work.
Maybe it'll bend them. Maybe that's what happened to the other ones.
Bend them? Well, it wouldn't bend them.
Oh,
Not like the other ones.
right.
Okay. Well, those look good. I guess I might as well put the valve lifters thingy-bobbers back in. Oh, I didn't put the windage tray back in. Oh well. Like this. Guess I should put this in place first. The right direction really helps. Mm-hmm. These hold your guide your lifters or your push rods also. Nice.
Convenient.
Very convenient.
So they're like little mini hitches.
Yeah, for a F100, F150.
Just saying that's what they look like.
No, not funny. And don't worry, I'm not going to torque them down with this.
No, it's not in place, that first one.
What do you mean?
It's not in the hitch.
It's in place. We'll be real quick. Well, that side's all in place. I'll get that side on, and then I'll spin it over, make sure everything's working good. So I'm going to rotate the engine one full turn, and I want you guys to watch, make sure all everything opens and closes like it's supposed to. All these little thingies. Doesn't feel like it has much compression.
All these ones have moved.
Okay. There we're getting some compression.
These ones have all moved now.
Okay. And there, you don't set them, so I guess it's what it is what it is, right?
Yep. I don't know. I don't even know what you're asking me.
I might be cranking it the wrong way too. What way does this engine spin? Might spin backwards. I won't build any compression that way, would it?
Probably not.
Okay, there we go.
They're still all moving.
Yeah, this is one of them European-made 352s.
Sure it is.
It spins backwards.
They put those in Fords often back in the
Or it
60s.
goes- I don't know what way it goes, but it felt like it was building compression that way. So, well, that one turns. That turns. So, I think we're in luck. So shoot some ether in it and crank it and see if it'll fire.
You need a battery first.
Yeah, and I'm not spraying ether in it. Oh yeah. It's got compression that way unless I put all the heads on backwards. So that's why turning this way it has compression.
Then you just need to start it in reverse.
Yeah. There's only one engine I know of that'll run in reverse. That's Detroit.
Ha.
Well, I'm gonna call that a night. So after I get the headers and everything buttoned back up, we'll fire it up and see if a couple $100 help this old engine. So I got this thing basically all put back together. It's time to test fire it, see what happens.
Wait, what did you do to it?
I put a head on it because there's 2 stuck valves,
Ah.
aluminum intake, same in distributor. It works. Why mess with it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the firing order.
And yeah, there was two that were off. So, well, is it gonna run?
Does it have gas?
I've put some in the float.
Oh, okay. Well, it can't be the coil this time.
Gets me every time.
Me too. I don't like that. Oh, something's happening back there.
Something's on fire.
No, it's not on fire.
Yeah, it was just fire. It's burning inside.
Oh, now it. Yeah. Now I see the fire.
Seems a little off.
Perfect. There's fire.
Fire. Seems to want to go this way. Getting closer. Too far. That was loud inside there. Where's Jeffrey when we need him? That put the fire out. Wow, that was loud.
Super loud.
I think I'm gonna run through and check my firing order again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was loud on the eardrum. So, yeah, I'll run through, get it figured out. Turned out I had a couple major vacuum leaks. Port back here in the intake was open, and the back of the carb port was open. So, yeah, that'll help, huh? Keep my ears back so it doesn't explode again. Jeez.
So loud. Hey, do you want the throttle stick?
Might need it. How did it go from having oil pressure last time to no oil pressure this time?
What's all the smoke about?
It's just warming up. It's definitely firing on more cylinders now. This back one, number 8's firing, the one that was really rusty.
Good.
That one's not firing. It'd be, what would be 8? It'd be 4. 3's not firing. Ooh, 2's firing. 1's firing. Hot. Yeah. Firing on 7. I just did an oil change. How come it didn't build oil pressure?
I don't know.
No oil in there. I bet I know what it is. I bet the distributor's not all the way in.
Ah. Got things falling off the truck.
Nah, that's fine.
Well,
I'll diagnose this quick and we'll kick it back on. And after a while, we figured out the problem. I didn't have the distributor all the way in, so.
good thing it ran out of gas? Is that what you're saying?
Well, pretty sure I didn't hurt anything because it takes a little longer than that, having no oil pressure. So I pulled the distributor, got it all the way in where it needed to be. Had to switch my firing order because I was off. Because I wasn't off, but when I set the distributor back in, it actually moved farther back. So I think we're ready to see what happens now. Cover your ears, darling. It's definitely running on 7 for sure.
Well, the oil started running almost right away.
Woo. Number 3's hot, so it's on all 8. So yes,
Yeah, it sounded way better.
it's a win. It's a win in my book. And the engine sounds really good still. So sounds way better.
It does.
Yeah. A little smoky, but I had so much stuff in the cylinders and getting it cleaned up and running again, because I actually went and I sanded them rusty cylinder walls. Mm-hmm. So, hey, I did find a Cummins for this, but I kind of like the idea of having this engine in there just because I'm old school.
I think we can find a home for that Cummins if you need one.
Yeah, I'm sure we
I
could.
have some ideas.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe you should let me know.
I
I had this just in case it caught on fire again. Since I don't have Jeffrey here to put it out.
my hero.
Yeah. It's a little smoky in here now.
It is a bit smoky. My eyes are burning.
Yeah, well, I'm crying because I'm overwhelmed with joy.
Sure
I
you
love
are.
this truck.
I know you do.
I appreciate everybody. Next week, we're on the giveaway truck.
Yes.
We're getting busy after that thing. I've been putting some teasers out there, so. But yeah, once we get it in here, we'll do a thorough walk around. We'll address some issues, get some feedback from you guys. Let me know what you guys think I should do with it. Because the cab's a little squishy up front, and I do have another cab for it, so, but
You don't want to film that right now?
it's dark out.
Yeah, they could use their imaginations.
Yeah, okay. Looks good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Thanks again. We'll see you next Thursday.